In hospitalized patients, does the standardization of color-coded wristbands among regional hospitals versus non-standardized wristbands prevent poor outcomes in the patient population? Population, hospitalized patients. Intervention, standardization of color-coded wristbands among regional hospitals. Comparison, non-standardized wristbands. Outcomes, preventing poor outcomes in patient population.
Multiple case studies have examined how non-standardized wristbands between regional hospitals have caused adverse effects on patient outcomes. In one popular case study, a man transferred from a nearby hospital to a new facility retained his wristbands from the original facility. Unfortunately, in the new facility, the color of his allergy alert wristband signified a DNR patient in the new facility. The patient coded and luckily was eventually resuscitated and had no adverse outcomes. Still, this was a situation that no hospital staff or patient wants to experience. The chart on the screen now shows just how many different meanings there can be for wristbands of the same color. In the next two videos, we will see two demonstrations of possible situations that could be caused by transferring patients between facilities with different kinds of wristbands. Later, we will discuss what went wrong and how to prevent these occurrences in the future.
Hi, I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm just going to listen to you and check you out. Looks like you have a really bad nursing school allergy. I'm going to put this blue bracelet on your arm so that way everyone knows about your allergy. Oh my God, your allergy is really critical. Let's get you transferred to another hospital right away.
Hi, Leanne. Welcome to Hospital B. We're going to take good care of you here.
Hey, Leanne, I brought your leadership homework. Oh no, she's coding! Do something!
No, this blue armband means she's a DNR.
No, that can't be right. I'm gonna go check.
Just slip away. Amazing grace.
Full code! She's a full code! Let's go! Let's go!
Compressions!
Breaths!
Oh,
Oh, good! We saved her.
teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
I'll be taking this away.
And taking that with you.
Miss Bailey comes from a long-term care facility because of an exacerbation of her congestive heart failure. She's a falls risk, no sticks in left arm, allergy to latex and penicillin, and she's a DNR and has diabetes.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to our hospital. I'm gonna cut these off.
What? No, don't do that. The caregivers at the nursing home said I have to keep these on all the time.
But they're different colors than the ones that we have here.
No, I have to keep these on.
Okay, but I'm gonna have to put these on your other wrist.
Well,
so we
that's
don't get
silly, but I'm going to
confused.
have to keep these. I promised I wouldn't lose them.
Well, there you go.
Hi there, Miss Bailey. I'm the tech, and I'm just here. I gotta get your morning labs. I'm just gonna check these bracelets out. Huh. Looks like I can't stick in this arm or that arm. I bet she's leg stick, but I'm not gonna wake her up. Alright, on the road.
Hi, Mrs. Bailey. I'm just going to do your morning assessment. I need to check your pedal pulses.
Okay.
Wow, your foot is really swollen.
Oh, hey, Nurse Savannah. I was actually just meaning to talk to you. I noticed her foot was a little swollen, and I don't know where to stick her for labs anymore.
Have you been getting labs from her foot?
Yeah, she has bracelets on both arms. I can't go for the arms. I figured she was a leg stick.
She's a diabetic. That's why her foot is so infected. Well, now that we're all finally here, we can start our meeting. Okay, So we really need to discuss our color-coded wrist bracelet guidelines. We've had 2 incidences now in the past week, and we need to make sure that everyone understands the policy at this hospital. So I'm going to go over the 2 situations real quick. The first one, we had a patient that came in from another hospital, and they were wearing a blue armband, which, as I expect you all to know, means DNR here. Unfortunately, there it meant an allergy. So when the patient began to code, we didn't start resuscitation immediately. Now, luckily, we did check the chart in time and we were able to resuscitate them without any poor outcomes. But that's still not something that we want happening here.
We're so lucky that they didn't die.
Yes, we are very lucky that they didn't die. We had another patient that came in with 5 different armbands from a nursing home. She insisted that the nurse's aides there told her that she couldn't take off the armbands. But unfortunately, it was really confusing for one of the techs, and she wound up sticking her in the foot, which was not good because the patient was diabetic, and she actually wound up developing a really big infection. So that's something we never ever want happening here. I mean, what do you all think we can do at this facility to keep this from happening again? Because this is really not the sort of thing that we want happening here.
Well, I think we need to make it our priority to cut off the bands from other hospitals as soon as possible. And if the patient refuses to remove them, I think we should cover it with Curl-X.
Okay, that's a good idea. And you know, also keep in mind, it's possible for ER to miss cutting off old bracelets or covering them up with a Curl-X if the patient wants to keep them on. So it comes down to us. It's our responsibility as a floor to be keeping up with that standard. We can't just rely on ER to be able to do everything right away.
These are all great policies to remember, but I can't help but thinking there's a bigger problem that needs to be solved here. In Pennsylvania, almost the same thing happened to a patient there. We need to do more. This shouldn't be so confusing.
I agree, but what can we do? We're just nurses.
I've heard that in Texas they're also implementing wristbands that are the same color statewide. We should do that here in Kentucky and Southern Indiana hospitals to prevent these things from happening.
Yeah, I guess that is a good idea, but how do we do that?
I got that one. I think we need to write up a report and present it to our chief nursing officer here at Hospital A and to other hospitals in the area. It would help out patients to ensure correct care is given, and we would also be meeting one of the Joint Commission patient safety goals. That will give other hospitals incentive to change the color coding system as well.
We can even use the American Hospital Association's color coding system as a guideline for how we could do it here in Kentucky.
Sounds like so much work, but if it helps patient safety, I guess it's worth it.
It is worth it, Pam. I think this is a great idea, ladies. It would also help to include information from other hospitals in the area that have had similar problems. I'm just so excited, dude, that our hospital is putting itself at the forefront of improving patient safety.
All right, guys, let's rally committee and get started on this work.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team! Woo! As you can see, nurses will have to be frontline fighters to initiate this change. As we've seen in the Swiss cheese model of avoidable human error, nursing personnel are often the last stop in preventing unintended adverse outcomes and the first ones to advocate change. The solutions proposed in this staff meeting are a great first step. Some other recommendations found in our research include limiting the number of colors used on patient wristbands, using only primary and secondary colors. Avoid using shades of the same color to convey different messages. Using wristbands reprinted with text explaining what the band means, which is a big help for new clinicians and for all caregivers who are colorblind or working under dim lights. And finally, providing an additional safety check by explaining to patients and family members the purpose of color-coded wristband usage.
In conclusion, based on our research, there is enough proof that wristbands should be standardized.